me 10 minutes of your time. That's all I ask. Because in those 10 minutes, you will understand why most people live and die inside invisible prisons they built themselves, and how you can escape. You see, every person already knows what they should be doing. They know what would change their life, but knowledge means nothing without motion. And so, they do what billions do best. They hesitate, they scroll, they consume. They wait for a feeling that never comes. They call it motivation. But it isn't. It's decay disguised as comfort. 92% of people who set goals for a new year fail to keep them. 90% of students know they need to study and still don't. And 99% of humanity knows exactly what their next step is, yet never take it. Why? Because the enemy isn't laziness. It isn't fear. It isn't fate. The true enemy hides inside you, a silent ruler that governs every choice you make. It's your subconscious mind. And whether you want to admit it or not, you're not the one in control. You never were. If the human body were a kingdom, the subconscious mind would be the king, and the conscious mind merely a servant pretending to rule. Your conscious brain can process 40 bits of data per second. Your subconscious, 11 million. That means it holds 99.9% more power than the self you think you are. That's the real battlefield. And every time you fight it, you're a soldier with bare hands going up against an entire army. But what if I told you that you could bend the king to your will? Not by force, but by understanding. That's what you'll learn today. A simple 3-step process to make your subconscious obey. Picture this. You stand at the edge of a mountain, 1 step forward, and there's nothing but the void. A voice behind you says, "Step forward." Would you do it? No amount of money could make you move. Even if the whole world shouted your name, your body would refuse. That's what happens every time your subconscious senses danger. Even when the danger isn't real, it doesn't care about success. It only cares about survival. And that's the paradox of the human condition. The same mind that protects you also imprisons you. This is where self-sabotage is born. You start to climb. You start to change. Then, without warning, something inside you pulls the brakes. You hesitate. You delay. You quit. And you call it bad luck. It isn't. It's your subconscious doing its job, protecting you from a future you've never experienced. But safety and growth can't coexist. Let me tell you a story. In 1992, a boy named Eliud Kipchoge lived in a small Kenyan village. He dreamed of being the fastest man alive. But in his world, people whispered that greatness belonged to others, that men like him could run, but never break records. That lie became his truth. Every race he ran, something inside him held back, until one day his coach told him, "Beliefs are like seeds. You can't plant a bitter seed and expect a sweet fruit." Eliud replanted his mind. He broke the lie. And in 2019, he became the first human in history to complete a marathon in under 2 hours. He didn't change his training, or his diet, or his gear. He changed the only thing that mattered, the code inside his subconscious. Carl Jung once wrote, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." Most people live their entire lives thinking destiny is against them, when in reality, they are simply being ruled by a script they never wrote. Every victory, every failure, every pattern is born in the mind before it manifests in the world. That's why mastery in any field, business, art, health, performance, is 80% inner game and only 20% outer. You can have the best strategy, the best coach, the best plan. But if your subconscious doesn't believe you deserve it, it will quietly destroy everything you build. So the question is no longer, what should I do? The real question is, how do I end the war within myself? Step 1. Unmask the illusion. Most of your fears are fiction. They're mirages projected by your subconscious to keep you safe. Remember the mountain. There was no valley, only the illusion of one. In a psychological study, participants were told to approach a glass box containing a deadly spider. Their hands shook, their hearts raced, but there was no spider. Fear doesn't require truth, only belief. Your beliefs are invisible walls. You don't see them until you try to pass through them. And the stronger the belief, the thicker the wall. Step 2. Identify the walls. Ask yourself, what invisible laws have you been obeying? What beliefs have you accepted without proof? A world-class photographer once charged only $60 per shoot. Why? Because he believed artists shouldn't make money. His mind built a ceiling he couldn't see. You must audit your mind. Write down every belief that limits you. I don't have time. I'm too tired. Money changes people. I don't have the right connections. Then expose the lie and write the truth. The lie, I don't have time. The truth, I control my time. I decide what matters. The lie, money corrupts. The truth, money reveals who you already are. The lie, I don't have resources. The truth, every empire began with nothing but hunger. Step 3. Reprogram the king. Once you expose the lie, rewrite the code. Visualization and affirmation are the tools of the architect. Eliud Kipchoge didn't just train his body, he trained his belief. He saw himself breaking the world record long before it happened. He spoke it until his mind surrendered to it. You can do the same. Visualize with precision, affirm with conviction, and act as if the belief has already replaced the lie. That is how the subconscious learns, through repetition and emotion. So here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, observe the lies your subconscious tells you. Write them down, expose them, replace them with the truth. Do this daily, and comment below, greater than, yes, I am taking this challenge. For the next 7 days, I will train my mind, because the battle for your future isn't fought in the outside world. It's fought in silence, between your thoughts. Books like Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, and The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy have all said it in different ways. You don't get what you want, you get what you believe. So rewrite your beliefs, reprogram your kingdom, and when your subconscious finally kneels before your will, you'll understand what freedom truly means.